a rap song from an anonymous party that I've contributed to, and I want to air it here before the show ends. So don't go away.
Okay.
This is the way it's supposed to work.
Yes, it's a problem we must face it right now, in this place. Get rid of the bars, stop all the corrupt, end it right away. Yes, I mean abrupt. I'm sick of all the flaws, just follow the laws. All of y'all fake, just like Santa Claus. Time to fix the system, yes, I demand. End the Florida bar, it's our time to expand. You can try and see it happening to you, but you won't know the pain till it comes right through. Corruption will bite you real hard, yeah, it's true. They can take your whole life savings, rob you, dominate you, screw you, leave you without a clue, freeze you, they're cold, built in the devil's mold, all ages, young and old, lawyers and corruption, go hand in hand like 9/11 and destruction, the hook will say it all, about how I'd like to see the Florida ball fall.
This is the way it's supposed to work. For example, if you have a complaint against an attorney, you file the complaint with the Florida bar. It's a grievance that you lodge against the attorney. The Florida bar gives that attorney an opportunity to answer the grievance. Based on the answer from the attorney and based on your complaint, they determine whether there's probable cause for that to move forward. Once the Florida bar determines that there's no probable cause, there is no authority above that you can go to appeal that ruling. It is the most dangerous entity in the state. It is run by King Jack Harkness, who has been there for almost 40 years. He has been able to hold these two positions, one as the head of the Florida Bar, which is an arm of the Supreme Court and a government agency, and also sits as a member of the board of directors of a private for-profit insurance company, which insures lawyers against malpractice, which is owned and operated by members of the Florida Bar. That is the most significant conflict of interest there could be. And nobody has done a thing about it.
Yes, it's a problem we must face it right now, in its place.
Now we have been collecting sworn statements that the individuals are willing to bear testimony against the Florida Bar officials for obstruction of justice and or the failure to provide honest services. I call it the judiciary against whistleblower success. Jaws, dum 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 dum. It's the sharks. They smell blood in the water and they will do everything in their power to get the carcass. The whistleblowers are now coming out against the Florida Bar.
I'm sick of all the flaws, just follow the laws. All of y'all fake, just like Santa Claus. Time to fix the system, yes, I demand. End the Florida Bar, it's our time to expand.
The Florida Bar has either obstructed justice or has committed honest services fraud. It's a government agency that is not doing what it's supposed to do for the people of Florida. Now, the grand jury is a process that was a way for the average citizen to go to other average citizens and tell the story of what was done to them by governmental agencies or by agencies, and you would have an opportunity before the grand jury to testify, to air your grievances, to be heard. That has been derailed.
Dominate you, screw you, leave you without a clue, freeze you, they're cold, built in the devil's mold, all ages, young and old, lawyers and corruption, go hand in hand like 9/11 and destruction.
Governor Christ, he said we need to have a grand jury to ferret out corruption in government, corruption in agencies. Corruption has to be ferreted out. Well, here we are bringing to the governor, bringing to the attorney general, the grand jury, the opportunity for them to ferret out corruption, and they're turning a blind eye because they're a gatekeeper protecting their process.
Yes, it's a problem we must face.
That's why it's the judiciary against whistleblower success.
Face it right now, in its place.
This is a mockery of the judicial process in the state of Florida, and it has to stop. Who has the cojones to be able to take on this system? This is Disbar, the Florida Bar. I am your host, Les Winston. I come to you every day from 2 to 3 p.m. here on The Biz. The Florida Bar is the most corrupt organization in the state of Florida. Corrupt. Conflicted. John Harkness, the executive director of the Florida Bar, should have been thrown out long ago. He's affecting commerce in the state of Florida. He's violating antitrust laws, violating honest services. He's violating the principles of good governance in this state with complete and total impunity. It's time for this to stop.
Yes, it's a problem we must face it right now, in its place.
Jesse Diner, who was the president of the Florida Bar, said, well, 1% are rotten apples. Well, 1% of 70,000 is 700 rogue attorneys can do a huge amount of damage, and nothing gets done to them because you can't get past the Florida bar's inability to correct the problem. The Florida bar is toothless only when it comes to your complaint, but if a powerful attorney makes a complaint against another attorney as a whistleblower, that attorney needs to watch their back. This is a nightmare in the state of Florida. John Harkness is a corrupt official in the state of Florida. He needs to be tried operating a government agency and working for a private for-profit insurance company. I'm saying it to you right now, I will testify against John Harkness. This is like running the mob. We have racketeering going on at its highest level in the Florida bar.
You can try and see it happening to you, but you won't know the pain till it comes right through. Corruption will bite you real hard, yeah, it's true. They can take your whole life savings, rob you, dominate you, screw you, leave you without a clue, freeze you, they're cold.
When are we going to get some justice? And the Supreme Court of Florida is sitting on their hands because they're afraid of the Florida bar. They must be, because they wouldn't be operating as if they have no responsibility for it. The Florida bar needs to be removed as the disciplinary arm for lawyers in the state. At least the head of the Florida bar needs to be removed, and all the people that are under him who are corrupted by his activity. And it has to stop.
My job is to make sure that you do your job. So my jurisdiction's pretty much in your face.
The eyes of the nation are on us right now.
There you have the rap song of the year, folks. This is the theme of Disbar, the Florida Bar. My guest in the early part of the show was Eliot Bernstein for the most of the show, and we're going to continue this interview on our next show. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same station here on The Biz for Disbar, the Florida Bar.